Welcome to RV Destinations. Come with us on another amazing RV adventure as we journey to Kentucky and Ohio. Fasten those seatbelts, RVers, as we transform your vehicle into a time machine. We'll take you all the way back to the beginning to see how this planet got started. And then stay tuned as we take a wild ride on board Noah's Ark. That's right, Noah's Ark. And have you ever wondered where old highway signs go when they retire? We'll show you the place. We'll also go on a search for the elusive Moonbow. But first, let's travel to Baltimore, Maryland's Inner Harbor to see a castle made from 500,000 matchsticks, a ship carved from 5,000 pieces of camel bone, and a dino standing 14 feet high made entirely from Pop-Tart wrappers. It's Ripley's Believe It or Not. So, my RV friends, sit back if you can, and relax if you dare, while we do the driving.
RV Destinations is brought to you by Leo's Vacation Center.
There's no better place to shop RVs. Start your vacation at Leo's RV.
Where in Maryland can you find the weird, the strange, the simply unbelievable? If you're looking for sights to amaze and tickle your eyeballs, and you just happen to be traveling through the state of Maryland on I-95, don't forget to include a stop downtown at Baltimore's beautiful Inner Harbor and visit Ripley's Believe It or Not at the Light Street Pavilion. Caitlin and Kamari will take real good care of you.
There are 95 Ripley's attractions throughout the entire world. We have 3 attractions here. We have the Believe It or Not Museum, which is our auditorium. We have the Moving Theater 4D and the Mirror Maze. So we technically have 3 of those 95 attractions here, but we have locations all over the world. We all have the same goal of bringing to life what Robert Ripley brought. So Robert Ripley was a very interesting dude. He traveled the entire world. He traveled all over the place just looking for the strange and unusual. Since then, we've grown Robert Ripley's collection of items that he collected throughout the entire world. We have some of those items here, some of his original collection, and we have a constantly changing exhibit pool, basically, because we have so many ties with all of these different locations. We all work together. We have over 500 exhibits. So we've got a ship that's made out of carved camel bone, like a huge ship that's super intricate. There's all kinds of weird stuff. There's a giant dinosaur made out of Pop-Tart wrappers over in the corner. It is a self-guided tour, so you can take your time, and a lot of people enjoy that. I know a lot of people enjoy our interactive room. That's where most people will spend the most time sitting in one place, playing with all of the different, toys and everything. It's super kid-friendly, and that's one thing that people enjoy is the fact that it is for all ages.
Yes, they mostly enjoy, from what I hear, they enjoy the 4D moving theater because it's Angry Birds for the kids and then Wile E. Coyotes like Looney Tunes, and it's kind of nostalgic for the adults. Yesterday, I was here and a lady had me dance to the YMCA song with her. And it was so cute because her kids were so happy and were like, "Thank you for dancing with us." And I'm like, it's not really my job, but it is my job, so you're welcome. Whether you're 2, whether you're 92, come to Ripley's and enjoy yourself.
The artist that created the Hogwarts, he does a new matchstick creation for Ripley's. He will make a whole bunch of different ones. Ours in particular is a scale model of Hogwarts, which is just really super spiffy. It took him about a year. From what I understand, it took him a year to get all of this put together. There's LEDs in it, the whole thing lights up. There's a whole bunch of different effects that will play over top of it. It makes a really good blank canvas for lighting because of the matchstick medium. We want to bring everybody in and come in and see all of the strange, weird, fun things around us.
A castle made with 500,000 matchsticks. That's a lot of campfires, RVers. Let's get back on the road because we have lots of miles to cover before we reach our next stop on this amazing journey to Noah's Ark. But next, we're heading back in time for a walk down memory lane to the American Sign Museum in Cincinnati, Ohio, where many old road signs and business signs end up when their day is done. This museum houses signs representing over 100 years in its 20,000 square feet of space with signs that weigh up to 2 tons. That's 4,000 pounds, people, the weight of 2 small cars. Let's visit Todd Swarmstead, the museum's founder and executive director. Hey, Todd, what motivated you to start a sign museum?
I worked on a magazine about signs, a trade magazine for the sign industry that sign companies read. It's called Signs of the Times. The magazine actually goes back to 1906, and my great-grandfather was the first editor. I worked on the magazine about 28 years, spent a lot of time in sign shops who were throwing out old signs, and I thought there needed to be a sign museum. So I left the magazine in 1999 and started working on a sign museum. We opened in a much smaller space of about 4,500 square feet in April of 2005. We were there about 7 years, but I needed to find a much larger space, which is the space we're in now, which is 20,000 square feet. And as you can see down the center of Main Street, which is behind me, the ceilings are 28 feet high. So we can support very large signs.
There's so many fascinating signs here. We are really going back in time when Main Street was the center of life in a small town, when folks were not in a hurry and you knew your neighbor and you took time to smile, wave, and say, "Hi, how are you?" and really mean it. Let's see. There are shoe stores, jewelry stores, and a burger restaurant. Hey, did a burger ever cost just 15 cents? Unreal. Kona Lanes. I had to look that one up. It was a bowling alley that closed in 2003 after 45 years in business. Skyview Motel. We won't need to check in there, RVers. Let's just keep moving. We have drugstores, candy stores, shoe repair, gas stations, churches, the Baptists and the Pentecostals. And we've only scratched the surface. Todd, what's your favorite sign? And how do you find them?
I get asked what my favorite sign is a lot, and I'm not sure I could name one. I could maybe make a list of my top 25, but more likely it's as we acquire a new sign, that's my favorite sign, the one I just required until I acquire another one. We just got a liquor sign from Toledo, Ohio that's Art Deco, early to late 30s. It's a really nicely designed sign. That's my favorite right now, but we got that about a week and a half ago. The way we found the signs is I leveraged my contacts in the sign industry. Like I said, the magazine's been around 100 plus years, so I know a lot of sign companies around the country. So about half of our signs are a donation, the other half are purchased. We've spent probably a little over $500,000 buying and restoring signs, and they do come from across the country. Most of the time, a sign company will contact me and tell me they have some signs that I might be interested in, or the kind of sad note is when a family business, maybe 3 generations, is closing down, has been squeezed out by the franchises, whether it's a hardware store or a restaurant. They're closing down. The history of the business will be lost unless we can acquire the sign, and then the history of the family business is immortalized forever here in the museum. There's a McDonald's sign in the background that's weighs almost 2 tons from Huntsville, Alabama. It was a famous sign in the town of Huntsville. We've had people come from Huntsville just to see the sign that was an icon in their local city. We call it a walk down memory lane, and and it's always good memories, it's positive memories. A lot of the memories of these businesses were lost. Sometimes it's, maybe that memory of the first kiss at a drive-in, or, it's good, it's nostalgia. And it's, to a time when maybe our values were a little better, people weren't in such a hurry. It's all those kind of values where people cherish the past. And here it is, the signs are kind of icons or reminders of the good past.
The American Sign Museum in Cincinnati, Ohio, a taste of the past and an era gone by but not forgotten. Before we leave Ohio, let's not forget to visit a very well-known restaurant that features over 100 different combinations of hot dogs, believe it or not. Can we get one for 15 cents? Let's ask Rob Stout, General Manager of Dirty Frank's in the friendly city of Columbus. There's a mystery surrounding the name of this restaurant. But what's not a mystery is the delightful experience you will enjoy when you bite into one of these delectable dirty dogs. There are so many different kinds. Which one of those Dirty Franks would you choose? And who thought of that name?
We've definitely become all but a tourist spot down in Columbus. People come from all over just to try our dogs. We've been around since the summer of '09, so people are used to us. They come from all over to see us. It's a great place, great ambiance, menu for everybody, and a great craft beer selection as well.
We've traveled hundreds of miles on our adventure with miles to go before we sleep. So it's time to leave Ohio for our next state, the beautiful bluegrass state of Kentucky. We'll go in search of the elusive moonbow, only glimpsed at night, board Noah's Ark, and spend some time at the dawn of time at the Creation Museum. But coming up, there's trouble ahead for our RV Destinations crew. Find out what happened and what to do to keep it from happening to you.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Shop hundreds of new and pre-owned RVs. Thanks to our selection of the nation's top RV brands and great prices, we've been named the top 50 RV dealership in America, and we are Maryland's #1 RV dealership. Great deals await, like new motorhomes starting at $59,900, fifth wheels starting at $32,900, and travel trailers starting at $12,900. Plus, get our lifetime warranty. Leo's RV. There's no better place to shop RVs. Start your vacation at Leo's RV.
While driving through Kentucky, taking in the awesome rolling hills and scenic byways, our amazing adventure was interrupted by a flat tire. Thankfully, Mr. D.L. Glass was available to help us out of a dangerous situation. Don't let this happen to you, and here's how to prevent it.
Every 1,000 miles, have it checked again, because if you're driving 1,000 miles straight, you're putting more of a wear on it at that moment than you would driving it to the store or back or up the road. You're actually, you're in it. So I would recommend maintaining it real good and staying on top of it. Just like how when I did the one tire, but I aired all of them up to make sure that you were good to go from this moment on. Now, 1,000 miles, I would recommend you check your air and your tires again. Pay attention to your gauges, Always be paying attention to your gauges when you're driving. Pay attention to how it drives. Like I said, before you leave, check all your fluids, check your air, just make sure everything's good. Distributing weight inside that thing is very important. If you got too much weight in the back, you're gonna have the front end kind of up in the air a little bit. So making sure your load's distributed out proper. Have God in your heart, all right? That's the main thing. Gotta have, if it's your time to go, you can't stop it, right? I mean, that's all there is to it.
And just stay safe. And...
Joe Dirt said it best, guys. Life's a garden. You gotta dig it. Right?
You're right. You're right.
Thank you, Mr. Glass, the nicest guy in the world, for getting us back on the road again with that amazing tire change and for your expert advice. Coming up next, Laurel Lake Camping Resort, where owner Christina Collette explains what makes her resort special.
Shop hundreds of new and pre-owned RVs. Thanks to our selection of the nation's top RV brands and great prices, we've been named a top 50 RV dealership in America, and we are Maryland's #1 RV dealership. Great deals await, like new motorhomes starting at $59,900, fifth wheels starting at $32,900, and travel trailers starting at $12,900. Plus, get our lifetime warranty. Leo's RV. There's no better place to shop RVs. Start your vacation at Leo's RV.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Welcome to Laurel Lake Camping Resort.
We have 97 acres of property here. And when we bought it, it was already developed with 36 campsites that are full hookups. They have electric, water, and sewage. We also have Wi-Fi throughout the campground. We also have cable at our sites. We are going through different phases of development right now. We have camper and boat storages across the street, and we're also building another pond and adding on 36 more campsites right now. We have a shower house, bath house, we have playgrounds, volleyball court, and we're constantly doing activities with the kids, especially on our holiday weekends. It's unlimited. This property offers unlimited things to do and opportunities. When you come here, we want to ensure that you have a very good, happy, welcoming experience while you're here. We're very involved with our customers. We're always trying to interact with them all the time as owners. And I think that separates us as a private campground from our state parks. State parks, you're not really interacting with the ones who own it and run it and developed it and work hard at it every single day. And we have something that we feel like we've been so blessed with, and we want to share it with everybody that comes to visit us, and we want them to have an amazing experience while they're here. It is family run. It is me, my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister-in-law. And it gets a little hard sometimes because there's a limited amount of us, but we make it work, and there's nothing like working with family, nothing like it. So when people do come here, they do become family. They are our family.
First, I have two young boys, a 4- and a 2-year-old, Landon and Colton, and the experience of getting them outdoors in the beautiful settings of God's creation is something that we cherish with the family, and the boys love it. This beautiful campground here in Kentucky offers just great offerings with the playgrounds for the kids. David, the owner, Christine are wonderful people. They make us feel like family here when we're on their campsites, and just the great experience for the family in general is awesome. Travel experience is an experience, but it's well worth the experience once you arrive and you get parked, you get set up. And again, the David and Christina here at the campground just make you feel like family, so you feel like you're coming into a welcoming environment. And again, in God's creation, the beauty around Kentucky here in Corbin. And we have the Daniel Boone National Forest next to us. We got the falls, Cumberland Falls, so there's so much to offer in this area. Just a great experience for the family.
I was not a camper until I married my husband, and he was a camper, but he liked tent camping and I did not. So we got the camper, and now I'm hooked and I love it. And especially with the boys, because you stay in a hotel, and once the boys go to bed, we can't really do anything. So we really like the camper because we can put them to bed and then be outside and sit around the campfire, and there's just so much more for them to do, and they love to be outside and play, and so it's just, I love it. I could never go back to staying in hotels now. nice thing is that I found is we can have everything for the boys on the camper. So it's so much easier to have them here with everything here. And then the big thing too, like we only have to bring like some trucks and, you know, some balls, and then you have outside to play. And it's so awesome to have that experience and for them to be outside and then to have everything they need on the camper, and it's your own little place, your own little house. You're not trying to all cram into a hotel room. So it's just, I find it so much easier with kids to do this than to stay in hotels or any other way, and you have everything you need right with you.
Thank you, Christina, and the nice folks at Laurel Lake Camping Resort. Wish we could spend some more time with you in that relaxing, refreshing atmosphere, especially after being stuck on the road with a flat tire. So, save us a campsite, one near that beautiful pond, about mid-July, I think. We would love to come back and stay a while, but I think we will visit that wonderful waterfall your guest Graham was talking about, Cumberland Falls. We're not too far from there, and we hope to get a rare view of that moonbow, a rainbow seen only at night. I know, RVers, you're wondering how you can see a rainbow at night. Hey, this show is all about the awesome, amazing adventures you can have in an RV. A matchstick castle, dirty dogs, a moonbow, and Noah's Ark. Come on over to the RV side.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Cumberland Falls is a beautiful Kentucky state park. The Niagara of the South, as it's called, features a moonbow, a rainbow seen only on a clear night when the moon is full. We waited and waited and waited and waited in the pitch black area of the park, but no luck. We didn't wait long enough. The moonbow is usually seen very late at night, so your RV Destinations crew was unable to view it. This time, we were able to speak with a visitor who has witnessed this phenomenon many times.
Cumberland Falls is a beautiful place. It has a moonbow that's like the only one in the Western Hemisphere. Well, it's got to be a full moon, and come out here on a full moon. The mist from the water falling over the falls creates a moonbow, kind of like you would see during the daytime when it rains. It creates a rainbow, but here at night on a full moon, the mist coming off the falls creates a moonbow, and it's a sight to see. Kentucky itself is beautiful. I guess more known for its horses and horse racing. It's got a lot of nice historic national parks, if you will. This is just one of them, and this is I kind of find this spiritual in a way. When my father died when I was 21, I came out here, and it's like getting close to God. It's just that powerful, and just love it here.
We love it too, and thanks for sharing your experiences. RVers, it's time to hit the road again and continue our amazing adventure as we make our way to the Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky. The Creation Museum is the brainchild of Kenneth Ham, whose inspiration to portray Bible history resulted in the building of a 75,000 square foot facility which opened in May 2007. This museum brings Bible history to life.
When I first started school teaching in Australia in 1975 as a public school teacher, teaching science, I know that I took my students to museums. I like to take them on excursions, would take them out to mud flats and all sorts of different places. I had already seen that the students were looking at Christianity as, well, not valid because of what was taught in their textbooks about evolution. I was challenging them concerning that. And as I took them to these museums, I was really burdened that why can't we have a creation museum? Every museum we go to, it's always from an evolutionary perspective. So when we began the Ministry of Answers in Genesis, really the aim in mind was to build a creation museum.
The Creation Museum takes you back to the beginning of time from a Bible perspective. You'll see Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and an animatronic Noah and the flood. There's so much to see at this museum, RVers. It's well worth a stop. You have to see it to believe it. And as awesome as the Creation Museum is, an even more exciting adventure awaits us not far away at the Ark Encounter in Williamstown, Kentucky. Here you will find the most amazing, full-scale, true-to-life Noah's Ark, and we are going to take you on board. Wait until you see what's inside. The Ark is so huge, you can see it from a distance. Imagine our excitement as we interviewed Patrick Kanuski, Director of Operations, who explained how this entire project began.
Well, Ken Ham and Answers in Genesis, they set up shop in northern Kentucky about 20 years ago. And they originally had the idea to build a creation museum, and that was built and opened about 10 years ago. So once that had opened, they decided, hey, you know, we really want to build an ark, and it just kept moving up on the to-do list. And it got to the top, they started raising money, and they actually broke ground here in 2014. It took 2 years to build it here in Williamstown, Kentucky, on 800 acres of land here, and we opened in July of 2016. We wanted to present the biblical account as it is in Genesis, that here is the actual life size of the ark, and it was possible for Noah and God to put all the animals on the ark that were needed to ensure that they stayed on after the flood, after the waters receded. So we wanted to give the actual biblical account, that it's not just a story, but it is a real life biblical account of Noah and the flood. It's not all in the Bible about how it was built inside. We had a lot of conjecture, a lot of scientific thought about what it might have looked like and how did they handle fresh air and fresh water and things of that nature. So there was a lot of postulation, but it's all plausible. When you go in and see it, it's like, okay, I get it. We let the exhibits tell the story, and the gospel is proclaimed throughout the ark as well. So that really latches on to a lot of guests, and they start thinking, and a lot of them are affected emotionally by what they see on the ark.
What a great show! I hope you enjoyed this amazing adventure. There are so many exciting things to see and do when you go RVing, and we want to share with you as many places as we can. Remember to check out our website at www.rvdestinations.tv or contact us on Facebook at RV Destinations TV. See you next time, and remember, be safe on the roads.
Shop hundreds of new and pre-owned RVs. Thanks to our selection of the nation's top RV brands and great prices, we've been named a top 50 RV dealership in America, and we are Maryland's #1 RV dealership. Great deals await, like new motorhomes starting at $59,900, fifth wheels starting at $32,900, and travel trailers starting at $12,900. Plus, get our lifetime warranty. Leo's RV. There's no better place to shop RVs. Start your vacation at Leo's RV.